What's up, everyone? After a rough week last week, having lost about $25,000 to the ZadehKicks scandal, I've had a pretty good week so far. A lot of great products have come in off of getting lucky, checking out. I did a review of the Supreme Benchmade knife the other day. And as mentioned in my last ZadehKicks video, I got the Travis Scott Air Max 1s in Saturn Gold. Quick note, I don't know how many people out there are having this problem. You see that? I'm getting so sick of people doing box checks on shoes that I get in the mail. We have enough problems with people scamming us. It is bad karma. Do not be stealing people's shoes, please. Quick update for those who have been following the ZadehKicks scandal. Just wanted to let you know, of the $25,000 I had, I disputed all of the transactions with Chase. They went across 2 credit cards, and for one of the 2 credit cards, Chase has resolved the dispute, finalized their resolution. They've credited me about $10,000 for one of the cards, and the response letter said that if the merchant does not respond within the next 2 pay cycles, those credits will remain on my account. So that's great news. And you know, with the Supreme knife and this, which we're about to get into, I'm having a much better week than I had last week. If you want more information about the ZadehKicks scandal, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on that. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and tune in for those. In the meantime, let's get these bad boys open. All right. And here we go. So there's a new box. It says Cactus Corporation. Nike Air Max 1, Cactus Jack, Saturn Gold, T Mist Tent. Kind of a cool box, also kind of a whatever box. The logos are cool, the box itself is pretty cardboard bland. Inside, looks like paper that says Cactus Corporation. And the shoe. Now, as I mentioned in the ZadehKicks video, this is a shoe that I had bought from Zadeh that I did not receive. So I was really happy when my wife was able to hit on this shoe on the sneakers app. One of the most intriguing things for me from the photos that I really wanted to get a hands-on feel for was the material on this swoosh. It looked so interesting in the photos. I was trying to figure out what it was and how it was built. And oh wow. I had it totally wrong. I thought it was just kind of cut plastic. It's actually literally beads that are sewn onto the swoosh. Very small beads that are sewn onto the swoosh. And they're all aligned. That is quite honestly an amazing touch. I was not expecting that at all. I thought a machine had taken some plastic and just made horizontal and vertical cuts to it to give it this texture. This is quite literally a bunch of sewn on beads. I am blown away by that. I was not expecting that at all. I also thought, just from the photos, that the upper material was going to be a mix of mesh and leather. It's actually a nubuck, which I remember reading in the description, but it wasn't obvious from the photos. It is really, really, really smooth nubuck. I would say, as nubuck goes, the quality is excellent. It's got outdoorsy vibes to it. I believe it was modeled in part after an old ACG shoe called the Pocket Knife from the 90s. But the little accents, the hits on the laces and the fabric are just really, really nice touches, but not so over the top as to distract from the overall cohesiveness of the shoe. I did have mixed feelings about the Saturn Gold. In part, yellow is not my favorite color, although I have a jacket in everything to match every occasion. And so rocking this jacket with this shoe I think would work really well. I would say it's quite the match, but it's almost a little too yellow. So to break it up with the brown here, or I guess it's not brown, it's kind of gray, pink, and olive, but all mixed together, it kind of blends into a brownish color or hue. To mix it up here and on the laces are nice. I feel like there's still almost too much yellow going on in the front. And that's where the other shoe, the Baroque Brown shoe that has a lot of different colors and textures in play, obvious on foot from far away, I'm trying to decide if I actually like that shoe better, despite the fact that this is still a really nice solid color shoe. I mean, if you know me, I like crazy stuff. So some people I think are gonna find this shoe to be much more wearable, but I think the other one perhaps is just more interesting. Now, the other shoe has these little flags or pennants on the back. One says Nike, the other says Cactus Jack. I think that's a really nice touch. I like that a lot. The soles are pretty interesting. They're kind of split 50-50 on the front. You have this kind of outdoorsy foresty texture, and on the back you have Cactus Corporation and a much kind of smoother, more consistent, almost like a tire tread type of pattern. Inside, Cactus Jack and Nike Air. On the top of the tongue, what do we have? I think we have a Cactus Corporation logo. And the thing about this shoe, oh, this is an interesting touch. On the sole, the color actually has like a yellow pinstripe, a darker yellow pinstripe that's a little higher across the top of the sole. And this is just weird to me, quite honestly. I can't tell if this is the actual real air pocket or if it's just a foam, it's colored to match. It has a different texture. It might actually be the real air pocket. If it is though, I feel like that's gonna create a crack or crease or break as you walk. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of that. If it's fake, then that's definitely kind of weird. If it's real, it's also kind of weird. But it does give the shoe a consistent color, which is nice. And on the other side, even though it's the inside, you got the same bead pattern again, but the swoosh is facing the correct, normal forward direction. Extra set of laces. I think the original laces are more interesting. I would run with those personally. Materials are outstanding, in my opinion. Build quality is also great. I'm not seeing any very obvious problems with the way that this shoe is built. Overall, if you were lucky enough to hit, especially at the $150 price point, I think this is a fantastic pickup. I think I would be hard pressed to pay resale prices for this. I probably wouldn't in this case, for me personally, but super happy to have gotten this off of sneakers directly, and definitely will be rocking these with my jacket. Overall, I can see this being very polarizing, and for me, that's a good thing. That means it's interesting. I like interesting things. Whether they're interesting good or interesting bad, the verdict, I think, is kind of left to the individual. So why don't you let me know what you think? Would you rock these? Do you like these? Do you like the shoe in general? Would you prefer the different colorway, or are these a hard pass? Very curious to know what people think about this shoe. So leave a comment, and I will see you at the next one.